We will soon send you a list of the participants and their respective numbers in the chat box. When you select the winners, do remember to prepare 3 sheets of paper, write down their 3 numbers in each paper respectfully, and share them one by one in front of your camera like this. So you hold your paper in front of the camera and make sure you put the camera in a place where everyone can see it with ease. Before we go for the first judging round, maybe the committee can share the screen to show uh, the works from all the participants. So the judges can review before deciding their votes. So here's the first work from Sristi.
Sorry, I cannot follow the process of voting. How
Okay.
do we do?
Okay, I will repeat. So in this first round of judging, all the judges will have 3 votes.
Yes.
So the judges can select 3 nominees. But in this first round, judges cannot select representatives from their own countries. So, yeah.
And
right.
where to vote?
Where to vote? So later you will write down your vote on a paper and then you hold the paper in front of the camera like this.
Oh.
So everyone can see it clearly. Are we clear? Is there
we write the name or the number?
Just the number.
Which number? Is it the participant number or the
present order?
present order?
Okay. Yes, the presentation order.
You can see the right side in the chat.
So do you want us to show the 3 projects we pick together or as they are presented again? I mean,
in the first stage. In the first stage,
okay. Yes, in the first stage, we will have 3 votes.
Yeah.
So we write all 3 numbers on one paper and show it to this camera.
Yes.
Yes, can be like that.
3 numbers on the camera.
Yes, 3 numbers. So the presentation order has been sent in the chat box.
It's Felicia. Can you share the present order?
We already sent the presentation order in the chat box.
Yeah, but if we log out, okay.
I'm sorry?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Is it possible to put them together?
And also, yeah.
This is 19, so many.
You have to inform to all the jurors the judging rule. You know, in the first stage, they cannot vote to the same country student.
You already said.
Yeah, we have already said about it.
Okay, thank you.
So in this round, you have to vote for 3 contestants, but you cannot vote for the same nationality as the juror. Thank you.
And to answer the last question, if you feel like one paper per 1 vote is too wasteful, you can also put 3 numbers on 1 paper. It's fine.
Separated by a comma, perhaps?
Yeah, separated by a comma is very good already.
Okay, maybe we will give the judges some time to write down their votes, their nominees.
잠깐 좀.
So for the judges who would like to request a recap on the presentation of the participants, you can go directly ask us if there is any problem. So maybe if the judges maybe forget or is still not clear about something from the number, maybe from participant number 4 or participant number 5, you can go ask us and we will show the slide in the presentation pin on the Zoom here. And soon I would ask Dr. Lee Yong-il as the first juror to give us the 3 numbers. So whenever you're ready, Dr. Lee Yong-il, you can go ahead and open the mic and just tell us your 3 numbers whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're ready now. Okay.
Okay, you may ask to another of the jurors. Is already okay.
Oh, no, we have the list and we will mention the jurors one by one.
Okay.
You will be the first one to.
No, I mean
give us
that
the
they are
yes.
they are ready to vote.
Oh, okay. So I would like to ask Professor Martin Ern. Do you already have your 3 numbers ready? You don't need to show it yet, just making sure.
Martin.
I think your mic is still on mute, Professor.
Okay. So, yeah.
So not showing it yet, but
Not showing it yet, just making sure that you are done already.
yes, done.
Is it okay?
Is it okay if it's not done yet? We can move on
Okay.
to the next jury.
My first.
Your first choice is number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3, Tran Tu from Vietnam.
And next, second.
Number 7.
Number
Number
7.
7 is Misan Hadi from Indonesia.
Third.
Number 14.
Yeah.
14 is Fu Xuanhui from Taiwan. All right, thank you very much, Dr. Lee Yong-il.
So next we have Professor Martin Ern. Your three choices are, the first one is number 3. Okay, Tran Du from Vietnam. And then we have, that is number 4, Liao Jiazi from China.
Sorry.
Oh, it's from Taiwan. I'm sorry.
Taiwan.
Yeah, it's from Taiwan.
One more. Yeah.
And the last one is Kanong Ito from Japan. Thank you very much, Professor Martin Ern.
Okay, now we're moving on to the next judge, which is Professor Pauli. Professor Pauli, have you done writing the nominees? I'm sorry, Professor Pauli. I think
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah. Let me think about that. The first is number 6 from
number 6, Ito Kanong from Japan.
Ito. Yes. And the second is 19 from Singapore.
19. Okay, we have
And
Darian Wu from
the
Singapore.
19 is the last one. Yeah. And the third one is a little bit. Let me choose which one. The 13 from India.
Okay, number 13 is Ambika Lamba from India. All right, thank you very much, Professor Pauli, for the votes.
So now I would like to ask Professor Shekar Garud for your 3 numbers.
Yeah, they are, can you see them?
So is it number 10, Professor?
Yeah, 10,
Okay. So number 10 is Tran Long from Vietnam.
11,
11 is Yang Si from China.
and 17.
And
17.
17 is Ryan from Singapore. Thank you very much, Professor Garud.
Now we're moving on to the next judge, which is Professor Alte Roji Atri. Professor Alte, could you please show us your vote?
Can you see?
I'm sorry. we cannot
Okay,
see it.
You have
Or you
them,
can
make them close.
yeah, we can see it.
One by
Number 3.
one by one.
Okay. 3.
First is number 3.
Take them close to your face. Then
Oh.
The second is number 11, and the third one is number 17. So
No, it's 11 and 17.
number 3, number 11, and number 17. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you so much, Professor Altri.
So now we have Professor Masami Kobayashi for your 3 numbers, please.
Very diverse, everybody.
Very diverse. So is that
No.
the professor disappeared from the Zoom?
Oh,
I
what
think you have to choose like color paper.
oh.
Maybe stand back a little.
Maybe you can mention the names, Professor.
Yeah, it's right. Oh, okay. So we have number 4 is Liao Jiazi from Taiwan. And then we have, is it number 16, Professor? 16 and
Yes.
17. So Anushi
Yes.
Joshi and Ryan. Anushi Joshi from India and Ryan from Singapore. Thank you very much, Professor Kobayashi.
Okay, up next we have Professor Wong Yun from Singapore. Can you show us your votes? Okay. I'm sorry, I cannot see the first number. Number 11, number 3, and number 4. Am I right, Professor? Right. Okay. Number 11, number 3, and number 4.
Number
Thank you so
3
much,
is
Professor
shiny.
Wong Yun.
So Now, last but not least, we
Excuse me,
yes,
all the jurors.
yes, Professor.
Next time, please show the one by one. Okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Less paper wasted, Professor Liang Il. So now, last but not least, we have Professor Zhang Li from Taiwan.
Genie.
Oh,
Okay, the
Jin Li,
first
I'm sorry. So
7.
we have number 7, who is Mejan Hadi from Indonesia.
One is
And
10.
we have number 10, Tran Long from Vietnam.
Third one.
And last but not least, we have Ryan from Singapore. So thank you, Professor Jin Li.
All right, so we will now start calculating the votes, and we will soon start with the next round.
So how's the result?
Looks like number 3 is shining.
The committee is still counting for the final results. So yes, we have our screen shared here. Can the committee zoom in a little more? Maybe it's too small. Yes.
Excuse me, Matthew.
Yes, Professor.
Next time you put it the number directly, you project this table. You know, no need.
Oh, okay. So no need
to project the jurors.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Noted, Professor. Thank you.
I think the result should be the very dramatic. So we want to show the one by one.
Maybe for the next selection, Professor, we have the top 3 selection coming up soon.
Okay.
So for the top 8, number 3, number 4.
All right, I think we have something going on here. So in the screen, committee, can you zoom out a little? So as we can see in the screen, we already found the top 7, but we have to decide the 8th one. But here we have 3 contestants with the same score. With the
Okay,
same score.
show us the result, the table in the screen. We cannot see. Too small.
Too small. Okay. Here, the 3 contestants with the same score is Ambika Lamba. And then, oh, actually we have 4. Ambika Lamba, Fu Xuan Hui, Joshi, and Darian Wu. But, all 4 of them has 1 vote.
Wait a moment. So I cannot see it too small.
Oh, can the committee just zoom on the name, because the name is highlighted in red actually. So the one red, Professor, is the one with conflicting votes. So they all have the same number of votes.
Okay. So now I took a short screenshot. So I can see.
Dr. Lee Yong-il, do you have any advice on how we can decide the 8th?
Wait a moment.
Okay.
There are two students or 3. 2 students get 4 votes. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. They go to the second stage, and the next 3 votes. How many students? 3 votes.
Wait. I'm sorry. Dr. Leong Il. So for the first stage, we have to choose 8 contestants.
Yeah. Number three get got 4 votes. 4 votes. Number three
Number 3,
got 4 votes, and number 17 also got 4 votes. Yeah. And so they go to the second stage, and the next 3 votes. 3 votes. Number 11, Yang Xi got 3 votes. She also got go to second stage. Oh, only one student got. Oh no, one more.
Number 4 also, Professor.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Number 4
yes.
go to
Yes.
second stage. The problem is 2 votes. No? How many contestants got the 2 votes? 1, 2, 3. Three students.
So 3 students has 2 votes, Itokano, Wijang Hadi, and Tranlong.
Okay. If so, totally 7.
Yes, we need one more participant to advance to the next round, Professor.
Oh, okay. If
Yes.
so, I want to the 7 contestants go to second stage. Do you agree, the all jurors? How's it?
Please say this again.
The 7 students go to second stage. Do you agree?
Okay, fine for me.
Okay.
Okay. If so,
Yep.
2 votes is minimum.
over 2 votes, yeah, minimum. Yeah.
Okay, so then there will be 7 students only who will go to the next round.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat those numbers of the 7 students, please?
So Kamade, can you share the screen and the top 3 candidates? Here you can see on the screen
Okay.
the top 7 contestants who will go to the top 3. Can we all go to the next round?
Number 3, 4, 6, 7, 10, 11, 17.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, next stage we have 2 votes.
Yes, okay. So I will give the instruction for the second round.
Yeah.
In the second round, all the judges are now allowed to vote for their own country representatives. And each juror has the right for 2 votes now.
Yeah. Yeah, from the
Right.
second round, the juror can vote to the same nationality
Yeah.
contestant.
Yeah. Okay. Are we clear? Can we proceed? Maybe I
Just
will
a bit
start
more,
from.
Just
I
a
will
bit
start.
more, please.
Maybe we will start from the reverse to the order. The first one will be Professor John Lee. Are you done, Professor John Lee, with the votes?
So 2 votes, right?
Yeah, 2 votes, and you can vote contestant from with the same nationality as yours.
Sorry, actually, I cannot tell what nationality. I'm just looking at the projects. So because I don't
Yeah,
have,
it's okay.
it's fine. Yeah. I think I will vote for 17.
Okay, 17, and then
And sorry, number 10.
So number 17 and number 10. Am I right, Professor Shelly?
Yeah, because actually I haven't have time to look through all that, but if I'm the first one to vote, then this is my vote. Yeah,
Okay.
I wish to have more time.
Maybe you want some time to rethink your choices?
It's fine. It's fine. Just vote for this two. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you for the votes, Professor Shanli.
Excuse me,
So-
not Zhang Li, Jin Li.
Yes,
Jin
yes.
Li.
Yes. Thank you for the correction. Yeah, Jeannie. Jeannie.
Felicia, Jin Li, Jin.
Yeah.
Oh, Jian. Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm sorry, Professor Jian.
So now I will call Professor Wong Yun. So have you gotten your 2 votes yet, or do you still need time to reconsider or to think? Oh, okay. So you have number 11, Yang Siyu from China.
One more.
And yeah, we need one more. Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
number
Singapore.
17. Okay. We
17.
have Ryan from Singapore. Thank you
May
very
I
much,
ask Professor Wong, in which grade these two Singapore students are?
Yeah.
Are
Third year.
Yeah.
third year.
Yeah.
Great. How many weeks about their for their project? One
I have
semester.
no idea. I think if the same project, I think it's one semester, a semester long project, I think.
The project was split into 2 parts. So the
Okay.
first part, the urban analysis, was about 4 to 6 weeks. Then the architecture manifestation was about another 4 to 6 weeks.
All right. So now we are moving to the next judge. We have Professor Masami.
Stop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's okay.
Okay. Up next, we have Professor Masami Kopayashi. Are you done with the votes, Professor? Okay. So first, you choose number 4.
And
And
17.
17. Thank you, Professor Kobayashi, for the votes.
So I just heard Professor Alderosia just said, wait, are you done or do you still need time to consider your
No,
votes?
it's okay.
Yeah, you still need, oh, it's okay? Okay.
Yep.
So your 2 votes, please. So first up, we have number 3.
Yep.
Tran Du from Vietnam. And for the second vote, we have number 11, Yang Si from China. Thank you very much, Professor Alderosia, for your votes.
Okay, now we're moving to the next judge, which is Professor Shekhar Garut. Professor Garut, are you done with the votes?
Yeah, one is 11,
11,
other one is 17, 17.
okay. 11 and 17. Thank you so much, Professor Garut, for the votes.
And now we have Professor Pauli.
Yes, I have the same with Professor Garat. The first one
So,
is 17.
The first one is 17. Yes. Ryan from Singapore
And another one is 11.
is 11. Yang Si from
Yeah,
China.
it's a little bit for me. It's a little bit struggling because I think somehow it's difficult to the students are in the different year, so actually they are not on the same level. I do appreciate the 6. The idea is quite beautiful, but for the final production, for the final result, it cannot compare to these 2 ones. These 2 are really well done, well handled.
I'm sorry. Can I change my vote because I just found out maybe I made the mistake.
Oh,
for the
yes, of course, Professor.
Okay, yeah, the Professor Lee, you last one.
Yeah, the first one is the first one is 17.
Yeah.
And the second one is 4. Sorry, I thought that's another one. Yeah. The arch is good. I like that. Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Professor Shirley. Now we're moving to Professor Martin Arn. Professor Arn, have you done with the votes? Okay, so first we have number
3.
3. Okay.
Second number.
Second is number 6.
Number 6.
Number 3 and number 6. Thank you, Professor Arn.
Last but not least, we have Dr. Lee Young-il. So your 2 votes, please.
Before I vote, I remind you all, the jurors, that this year's topic. Do you know what is this year's topic?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
This is a topic is a reinterpretation of tradition.
Tradition. Yeah.
So yeah, I vote
For number, is it number 3,
yeah.
Professor?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one is number 3, Tran Du from Vietnam.
And oh. I confirm. It's not.
Take your time, Professor. Take your time.
One is from the topic, the other one is special.
Number 6, Ito Kano from Japan.
Yeah.
Thank you for your votes, Dr. Lee Young-il.
And
All right.
how's
So,
the result?
I'm sorry, Doctor.
Dr. Lee, are you allowed to vote for Japan?
Sorry?
I think in the second round we can choose the participant
From second round, you can vote.
I understood, not yet, only in the last one. What was the rule again?
from
Okay,
the second
Felicia.
round. You
Felicia,
can.
you
Okay, so the rule for the second round, which is this round, is the jurors can vote 2 contestants and can vote the contestants with the same nationality as theirs.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, 2 votes and can vote the same nationality.
you want change it?
Yeah, do you want any change?
No, I have no choice.
Okay, it looks like we already found the top 3.
There is no Swiss student here.
So we will be moving to the last judging round, which is also the most exciting round. Not only we will vote for this year's winner, but we will also get to know who will be the first runner-up and the second runner-up as well. In this round, each juror will only have 1 vote each, and we've already sent the top candidates in the chat box.
Okay, show me the one more the result. I cannot see.
You show it full screen.
Number 3, number 11, number 17. 11, 17.
So before we actually start with the voting, I would like to invite the 3 candidates. So candidate number 3, Tran Du, number 11, Yang Si, and number 17, Ryan Kwan Kuhao, to re-explain their work briefly for us in 1 minute as a refresher for everyone in today's event.
Okay.
So yes, so the jurors can have a better idea of who they're voting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good.
Tran Du.
Okay, I'm here. I want to say the traditional architecture is not only about the form, but also about the atmosphere it creates. The ca tài tử is a main theme for my project. It does not stop at the traditional music form, but it also the way how people of the south of Vietnam live. What I really like about my project is that I can bring the different spaces of the ca tài tử performance into one place. And I try to infuse that value into the space, hoping that user can feel the traditional atmosphere, not just an architecture work. Thank you. That's all.
All right, so up next we will have Yangsu. You can explain your work in 1 minute, starting from now.
As my for this project, I hope that through the continuation of the space techniques and atmosphere of traditional Chinese gardens in the past, the creation of new forms and space feelings of future space can be realized. And I think the connection between the past and the future reflected will reflect in the scheme, and also I hope this form can guide future's community space to have a safer and flexible assumption. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Yang Xi. And last but not least, we have Ryan Kwah Kun Pao.
Hello, I'm Ryan. So to summarize, so this project actually challenges what we think architecture could be or could be approached, rethink the role of what architects could do. And it's pretty much less as what architect is as a profession, but more of the way where we think and imagine. So in this project, I've created a scene to postulate the notion of growth and negotiation through a bottom-up approach. And this is achieved through providing affordances for constant change, accidents, and improvisation. The scene attempts to demonstrate and reflects the complex relationship of different tenants on site, and in the end manifesting this outcome where you see of very possibility of growth and negotiation that could actually take place. Thank you.
So Matthew, I think it's better for the jurors to have a question to only one contestant. How about it?
Okay, no problem. We can give time for discussion. Do you need a breakout room, Professor?
Okay, so I want to have a question to number 17.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, I think as your work is very changeable, so I evaluate it very highly. But frankly speaking, is your idea is. So my question is, your idea is available in the other country?
Sorry, do you mind repeating? I couldn't catch the last word.
Yeah, your idea is available in the other country.
I believe
not Singapore, not only Singapore.
Yes, I think it is available in other country, but the way they executed it is with the context of Singapore. But I believe the idea of creating a favela, giving power to the people, and giving authority to the people, is something that can be done anywhere in this world, and that's why I feel that it can be done in other countries as well. Is the idea rather than the actual execution, which is respected to individual different countries. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ryan, for the presentation.
Another juror.
Okay. How about other jurors? Do you have any question to ask the top 3 contestants?
I made my mind.
Maybe he will give you some time to
No question? Okay, so let's go. Next round.
Okay. May I have a comment? Yeah. What is the criteria of Lookie's competition? I think my personal idea is that to dig a new talent for the future architecture, right?
Yeah, right.
So my kind of condition is it's he or she doesn't have to be too professional, okay? First. And idea or concept should be challenging, okay? And deep investigation about the history and the context, okay? And dense bunch of energy to the project. And finally, design skills or presentation technique. So it's hard to find all these criteria covered. But, it's a juror's kind of a sense of value,
Yeah.
So, yeah, those 3 or those 7 are very nice. It's very hard to criticize anyway. Yeah. Each has a different kind of assignment of the school and different grade, and different context. So it's hard to, to evaluate in the both way. But anyway, we need to find a kind of a new rookie, the kind of a new leader of the future architect, right? Yes.
Yeah, I think these three students' work is so nice, and so maybe it's very difficult to select as only one. But as I said to you, I followed this year's maybe another topic. Maybe next year's I want to have the topic about post-pandemic. But if so, maybe I go to number 11, Yangxi. But this year's the topic is the interpretation of tradition. So I follow the topic.
So I think we can start with the next round.
Okay.
Okay, so first we will have Dr. Lee Yong-il himself to show us his vote for this year's rookie. So your vote goes to number 3. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Lee Yong-il, for the vote.
Yes, so next we have Professor Martin Ern. For your last vote is number 3.
Voting for number 3.
Okay.
Not because it's very traditional or it's very has a workmanship focused or very atmospheric, but I think we would be very open if it's about a concept or a strategy or a philosophy. But I still believe that in architecture, it is important that at the end we come down to a product that is a physical space that relates to depth of history, to tradition, and to its function and to the future. So I think this is a wonderfully done project, even though if it's more in a traditional way of architecture, perhaps.
Okay, thank you very much for the brief comment, Professor Martin.
And now we're moving on to the next judge. This is Professor Pauli.
Is this time is just to comment for the one vote for the best one or for the all?
You can only choose one. Vote for the best one, Professor Pauli.
Yeah, it's really difficult to choose only one. Actually, these 3 are all have their own specific value. But for me, I think this year or the recent year, the students, I really have quite a lot of students work. I really concerned on this community, especially this COVID-19. So I think the 11 is has some common value, has some common sense to not only for a specific local area, it's for the all, for the whole human. So I think even it has some maybe have some weakness, has not so physically production, and also maybe the presentation not so well. But I still would like to choose the 11 to be the best.
Okay, thank you for the vote, Professor Pauli. So Professor Pauli's vote goes to number 11.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much.
So next we have Professor Shekhar Karu.
My vote goes to number 17, in which I consider that the tradition need not be too old to be considered. I think our industrial development was also a tradition. Now it has become a tradition, and the haphazard industrial development and its transformation into a more correlated development is our future that we cannot deny. So I will go for number 17.
All right. So 17. Thank you very much, Professor Karu.
And now we're moving on to the next chat. We have Professor Aldre Roche from Indonesia. Professor Aldre, you can show us your vote.
Yeah, first thing first. These three participants, initially the three participants that I choose. So it is very hard for me to choose one of them because I think three of them have their special character and their special approach. The first one, just like Professor Arndt said, that it has a philosophical strength in it, and not just because it is very traditional, but it has I said it has a spectacular imagination of how the tradition can be transferred to the current or today context, and some kind of romantic feeling, but then it has a future thing, and the atmosphere is I can imagine the atmosphere of the singing on the river and it's a very poetic design, but then the other two is very thoughtful, very mature in their design. And the numbers 17 is considering the what is it, the reinterpretation of tradition is he is seeing today as a new tradition, and tomorrow is something that is newer, is better. So it's a tough choice, but I have to make a decision. So it's number 3.
Correct. Yeah. Professor Aldre's vote goes to number 3. Thank you so much, Professor Aldre.
Thank you.
So next we have Professor Kobayashi. Yes.
I think there were several vernacular look-like composition. I like the number 4, Leo Xiaxi, Taiwan Public Housing, and also the 17th, the favela. So I think it's a kind of changing of the period, not just one architect or just a collaboration with teams cannot make a big space or the city. And we need to think about the more participatory design process, or bottom-up type of city building or something. So the the number 17 looks too much advanced, bunch of energy and algorithm, but I can feel something adaptable to different tradition in other countries, or so it's not just a one project. It has some potential for the future. So that's why I'm 17.
So number 17 for Professor Kobayashi. Thank you very much, Professor.
After this, we have Professor Wong Yun from Singapore. You can show us your vote, Professor.
No, I'm paying attention to what Dr. Lee said about the thematic for this competition. So I think this is creates a very good point of discussion. What do we consider as a tradition? When I look at all these projects, my sense is they all variously try to look at that part of their tradition that is very real and effective in various cultures. I mean, I was just making a list here. I mean, I can typify them in this form. There's a whole group of symbolic appropriations. So we look at the Chinese net of Anushi, Manapon's bamboo container, Tran Long's project, Hadi Sambi, and I think Christie's Vina. I think this is all one cluster of projects that look at this kind of very direct literal translation of traditional objects and hoping to find some new values in them. And then we have another cluster, I think, like Xiao Qi's work, which are the parametric, Trandu's work on flexible activity space, Zhao Lin's study on the roof form, and Hadi's village typology. I think that's another cluster. Also, interestingly, studies of tradition, but I think pushing it one step further. And now, of course, the three that we have that we're looking at now, so begs for us to really think through, what is kind of critical tradition that matters. And I think the thing that of course struck me looking at number 3, which is the Tran Long's scheme, was that someone described it as poetic. I think right. So, and I think of course you also try to within the clan house tradition expand it and then see its relevance in a context of the riverine settlement in Ho Chi Minh City. Our own student in Singapore, I think Ryan basically looked at the idea of industrial estate, which is of course a recent tradition, but nonetheless, I think has gone through quite a bit of transformation. And as I sort of mentioned contextually, I mean, his plan was to find some basic game rule, and that's why I think he says it's scalable, can be applied to everywhere else. Of course, it's always our ambition in Singapore that we create theories that can be applied in every place on earth. Sometimes I think that's quite dangerous. But I appreciate the thoroughness of his works. And of course, number 11, which I voted the first round, I think CE's work, I think it really reframes the task of what architects can or cannot do. And I think really, in a way, it champions for me reality world check, on the situation that we have now. And then in fact, I think what attracted me about the scheme is deploying really techniques, very simple techniques, I think, that are available within the context of Chinese gardens, and sort of applied that in the context of community and in the context of an urban scheme. So I think the level of thinking about tradition is very high. So it's not just about a COVID reaction. And I do think that this is also a scalable kind of knowledge as well. So you all roughly know which one I've selected by what I just said, right? So for me, it's number 11. I think 11 is really a very good scheme.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Wong, for the votes.
And last but not least, we have Professor Jean Lee.
I feel like I have so much pressure now. It should be, actually, you should be the last one, okay, next time. Yeah. Okay, so I think actually it's very hard to make the decision because, I mean, for these three, because all these threes are very creative. And I think I like what number three's illustrations and the way like students trying to express something old and new. And I also like number 11 for the idea about pandemic. But I think when I ask questions during her presentation, I think she couldn't answer my question. So that was one point I was concerned. But number 19, at first I didn't really like it, but after the presentation, I think I was convinced by how Ryan really believed in his ideas and his proposal. So I think presentation skill is very important. Not no matter you are a rookie or professions, because how to communicate or to express your idea with confidence is very important. And that's why I think, especially when Dr. Lee asked number 17, the last question in the last round, I thought he might be scared. But then Ryan actually answered his questions and with confidence. And so, and also during the presentation, and all the juries asked a lot of questions. Actually, I was very surprised like how intense that was. But then I can see like he was trying to answer all the questions with all the logics. So I was very impressed with this confidence. So I think I will vote for 17. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Professor Jean Lee. So now, as they say back then in Apollo 13's accident, Houston, we have a problem. So we see have the same votes for two people. So the screen can be shown. So for contestant number 3 and contestant number 17, they both have the same vote.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, God.
And so the judges, yes.
It's very simple. So who voted number 11?
Yeah.
Professor Wong and
me. About
yeah. So maybe you vote another two.
Oh.
One of two. If so, it's okay.
We have one more round for us.
Only two jurors. We don't need to vote again,
Yeah, I vote for 17.
Okay, wait, Matthew.
Yes, Professor.
You asked to Professor Wong and the Professor Jin.
So Professor Jin,
who voted? Who voted 11? Number 11. Professor Wong.
So number 11 is Pauli, Professor Pauli.
Yeah, I already revote. I already revote for.
I'm the next one.
Revoted for.
All right,
number
so
17.
Professor Wong will be the next.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, I got it wrong.
Okay.
So number 17 as
well. Okay. Okay, Matthew, you announce it, the result.
Yes, so my friend here, Felicia, and me have all seen, and everyone here has seen the votes live on the sheets. So now, Professor Lee Il, before we announce the winner officially, we have a small announcement to make.
Number 17 is best rookies award. And another two students excellent rookies award.
Yeah, I agree with you, Professor Dr. Leong. Everyone is already showing their best. All right, so before we proceed to the awarding session, we would like to appreciate all the contestants who have participated in this year's Rookies Award. All of you guys did a wonderful job. We've seen so many amazing projects, and I bet all the judges had a hard time deciding who's going to be the winner. So without further ado, we will start introducing the contestants. First, we have Ayazan Mintaeva from Kazakhstan. And after that, we have Tran Long from Vietnam. And here I would like to invite Professor Martin to hand out the certificate. You need to wait a minute for the committee.
Did you talk to me?
Yes, Professor Ern. So we would like to invite you to give the certificate to Tran Long and Ayazan.
And how do I need, can you give me instructions how
Yes,
this works?
yes, of course. We're still waiting for the committee to share the screen.
Tell me again, Chan Long and
Tran Long and Ayazan.
Yes. What's the number from Ayasan?
Ayazan. Wait.
I believe Ayazan is number 8. Yes.
Number 8. Yeah. Okay.
So we ask for your patience while the committee is preparing for the awards. So just a moment, Professor Martin. The committee is having network connectivity issues in the moment. So if you would please, yes, thank you very much for understanding. So maybe while waiting for the committee to set up the Zoom meeting, maybe is there any juror who would like to give a general comment, not for the top 3, but for everyone here? Maybe has something to do with the topic of this whole Akra workshop? Yes. Maybe Dr. Leong Il or?
Okay. Lastly, I want to summarize this 10 Sakura. And so you ask the juror more. Maybe they have some review of today's contest. before the award
Yes.
ceremony. Yeah. No?
I'm sorry, I could not get what you just said, Professor.
So you already asked to all the jurors?
Oh yeah, I'm now inviting all the jurors to give comments to everyone
Oh,
if they would like. Yeah, could be anyone, not
Okay.
just Dr. Liang Il. Could be also Professor Garut or Professor Gini. Or Professor Pauli. It's okay. To all the participants here.
Okay.
So maybe they can be better in the future.
So, okay. Okay, so I'd like to give a general review of the open jury today. So today we discuss on the subject presented by the 19 contestants. It covered a wide variety of issues, such as the reinterpretation of tradition and spatial context, urban publicity, and spatial composition and tectonic, and the way the architecture and urban design should be after the pandemic. Particularly, I think that we are able to have a deep discussion on this year's topic, contextual design and creating space, reinterpretation tradition. Some of the work from, for example, some of the works from Indonesia, the Hadi and the Vietnam, Tanju, were good example of the interpretation of tradition. And there are also works with a very high level of perfection in architecture, and so I voted Taiwanese students who, and also we had a stimulating discussion on the project of post-pandemic. For example, the students from China, the Yangtze. The theme is that we should consider in architecture and urban design after the pandemic in the current cluster. Today, we could discuss architectural education in Asia through the ACRA. So I'd like to continue this discussion more. And I would say to all the contestants, even though there were many online lessons in this year due to the influence of Corona, but I think that there were lots of good works than usual. And I said in the morning, don't worry too much about the wins and losses. More important thing is do your best to improve your level looking at your work objectively. Lastly, I'd like to thank to all the jurors and all the contestants and all the executive committee of Indonesia, Silviana and Matthew and Felicia and also all the members of the executive committee. And also, I'd like to thank to all the sponsors in Indonesia and in Japan and in Taiwan and China and all the participation country. So is my closing? Okay. Okay, terima kasih.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Liang. Yeah.
Thank you for everyone. Oh, awarding ceremony?
Oh no, it's okay. We're still setting it up, Professor Kopayashi. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's the first time I was invited to this jury by Lee, and it was like a marathon. for jurors and contestants also, more than 10 hours. And I was a little bit regretting to join this one. But finally, I found that each student from each country was very seriously think about their tradition and context and how to design, referring to those contexts. So very, very much impressed. And actually, I'm running an international program of architecture and urban design in Tokyo. Meiji University has only one unique program, all in English. So this is a typical international, event, and if I have energy, I want to join next year. Okay, especially from the project from Indian students and some of the Cambodian or Indonesian was very much think about the structure and the materials, referring to the context and the environment. So yes, there were the difference of the grade or the assignment purpose, and it's hard to evaluate equally. But it's in other words, this is a very, very precious event for us. Even the tutors know each other about the different countries, the way of educating architecture and urban design. Yeah, thank you very much for everyone, and all the contestants were very nice. Fantastic.
All right, so I think the committee has already able to create the immersive view. So maybe before that, we can maybe to answer Professor Martin's question earlier, maybe we can try and emulate the awarding ceremony for you, so everyone can know what actually needs to be done.
Yes. So here, me and Matthew will be showing how can we do the awarding ceremony. So I will be acting as the tutor, and Matthew will be acting as the contestant. I'm sorry, what? Okay. So the tutor will have to act like you're handing the certificate to the contestant, and the contestant will act like you're receiving the certificate from the tutors. It's so bad that we cannot meet offline, so we just do it online here.
However, we're just trying to create a moment where the contestants can actually look back and can feel the moment that we're feeling right now to actually make it a memorable thing for everyone.
Yes, so this is a symbolic awarding for the participants. Are we clear yet?
Yeah, I think in that case, rather than keeping empty hands, one can keep a book in the hand as if one is handing over the book. The
so we hold something.
Yeah, have something in the hand.
So maybe the contestants can start scurrying about to look for a book now.
Yeah, maybe the jurors and the participants.
No, I think the jury should have something in the hand.
Oh, the jury should have something in the hand.
Okay. To give,
Right. Thank you for the wonderful suggestion, Professor.
Okay, so I think you cannot see the book anyway. Yeah?
The book is blended with the background, Professor.
Okay.
It's not gonna work. Yeah.
Yes. Now it works.
So congratulations, Ayasan Minta, for making it from all the students of your country into this competition. A tough job, was especially close to my heart when you made a project in the mountains that that resonance with my place of origin, Switzerland. So congratulations for your work, and wish you all the best for the rest of your studies, and especially for the rest of your life.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And Ayazan, give my regard to your teacher, Professor Aizan.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ayazan. Professor Ern, you will still be handing the certificate now to Tran Long from Vietnam.
Okay, different book this time. So, I never fully aware. I'm never fully aware of the pronunciation of your family name, but I think it's John. John.
My name is Long.
But John Long or Long John. So, it was actually a hard decision. Your project was very close to my heart because it was very clear, one approach. There was no compromise in it. Really, the project of a dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe it was still a little bit on the surface and could go somewhere a little closer, so that it's not staying too much on that conceptual level. But you definitely had a chance to become the winner. So I want to congratulate you very much for your achievement, and wish you also all the best. Here, a little book from back home, dialogue of the constructors, where architects and engineers meet. And I think that's important for you too when you want to do your roof, right? So all the best, and every best for your career. Definitely a good architect.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Professor Ern and Tran Long. Now we're moving on to the next contestant. Here we have Srishti Shrestha and Liang Haifeng. And then I will like to invite Professor Pauli from China to hand out the certificate symbolically.
Sorry, pardon?
Professor Pauli,
yes.
after this, you will hand out the certificate to contestant, which is Srishti and Liang Haifeng. You can act like as if you're handing out the certificate. Maybe you can hold a book and then act like you give out the certificate.
No, where is the president? The president. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have some words for the contestants, maybe? Professor Fong, please.
Let me find my notes on your work. Yes, you are the second presenter. Yes. Yeah, I think I don't know which year you're in now. Maybe the year 2.
Fourth year.
Fourth year. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The dream space. I think your work shows your good professional ability, understanding of the community, and also your professional ability of the space creation. I think I hope I don't know how many. Sorry, I need some time maybe because your work is a little bit far from me. Yeah, I still remember you have very nice presentation with your drawing, and Cambodia. Yes, I think you come from art school. As your architecture faculty is in an art school. Is that right?
Yes.
Art academy.
Yes.
Yeah. So I do hope and I do believe that you have already get very well education, and also you can be more professional.
Thank you.
And can go to sorry, I'm a little bit yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, Professor.
I have not.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor Pauli and Pang Liang Hai. And now Professor Pauli will still be handing the certificate to Ambika Lambah. Maybe Professor Pauli.
Which one?
Ambika Lambah.
Ambika Lambah, let me check.
She's the 13th.
13. Yes. Actually, yes, I wrote your work for the first round.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yes. Also, I think your work has presented quite well the good understanding of the topographical and also the technical, but also the way to organize the space, the volume with the surrounding. I do like your also your this the way this ramp to organize the whole activities, the whole movement, also the activity of the different kind of people. Yes, I think this event is actually it's not only for you, it's also for me. It's a very good chance to know the different kind of culture, the different kind of not only the tradition but also the architectural culture and the different architectural education also. So I believe you will have very good, brilliant future.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you very much, Professor Pauli and Ambika.
So next we have, I would like to invite Professor Shekhar Garud. And for the contestants, they will be Takemoto Mayu, number 18 from Japan, and Manapon Intason from number 12 from Laos. So we'll start with
recording stopped.
Takemoto Mayu.
Recording in progress.
Yes, Takemoto.
Yes.
Very nice seeing your work of that extension passage that you very nicely had detailed out, combining the old building and new building through a passage which was given to the society. I really appreciate that work. And your presentation drawings were also very nicely detailed out. So keep it up. And on that note, I present you with this, along with the certificate, I present you with a book called Ramayana, The Game of Life, because I believe that in the entire Southeast Asia, the story of Rama and his conquest or whatever is quite well known and well appreciated in many cultures. So all the best for your future.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
So thank you very much for Takemoto Mayu-san. So I now invite the next contestant is Manapon.
Yes.
Yes.
Manapon is your project was about the growing of the rice and increasing the traditional knowledge about rice growing community, wasn't it? with the bamboo basket being converted or metaphor into a building. So it was also a very a nice detailed out work rooted into the agricultural community, which is very, very important for everybody's sustenance. So keep this interest in these traditional techniques of growing or traditional techniques in agriculture. Very recently, our Prime Minister awarded one of the best known civilian awards to a very humble lady who is supposed to be the repository of the original seeds of various grains. So that is the kind of importance that these traditional techniques are again being revived. So along with the certificate, I present you with this book by, I hope you are able to see, by Malcolm Gladwell. It is called as the
Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah.
Can you
Thank
see
you.
this?
Yes, a little.
Yeah, the book is called The Outliers. And one of the best lessons from this book is about spending minimum 10,000 hours if you want to be good at something. So 10,000 hours distributed with whatever your learning span, then only you will be able to achieve what you want. So all the best and keep doing good work. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
So
Thank you very much.
for Professor Shekar Garut and for Manapur.
All right. So up next, we will invite Professor Altero Asri from Indonesia to hand